Why should we care about what the characters eat? Because in Evangelion, food is a confession. While most analyses focus on the symbolism and religious imagery, we are going to explore something more fundamental. How food becomes the subtle language of trauma, connection, identity in this landmark anime. Evangelion's characters exist in a state of perpetual crisis. In this context, their relationship with food takes on extraordinary significance. Each character's eating habits form an emotional fingerprint. What they eat reveals their trauma. How they eat shows their capacity for connection. Who they eat with demonstrates their boundaries. A refrigerator reveals more about a person than their spoken words ever could. We see the extraordinary pain of these characters, their desperate attempts at normalcy, and the fundamental human needs for nourishment that goes beyond calories. When you understand what these characters eat, you'll see their true emotion laid bare, the hunger that goes far beyond physical nourishment, revealing the empty spaces inside them that nothing, not even saving the world, can fill. Misato Katsuragi's fridge is perhaps the most psychologically revealing in anime story. Beer, more beer, instant meals, a feast of self-destruction. This isn't laziness, it's survival. After witnessing Second Impact as a child, trauma made her speechless for years. Her chaotic diet is the only control she has over the world. Each beer she opens isn't celebration, it's relief, a rebellion against the order of nerve. Her meal requires minimal effort, perfect for someone terrified of deeper connections. Even her rare attempts at cooking are disasters, not because she's incapable, but because nurturing others demands a vulnerability she cannot afford. Shinji's role as the household cook exposes this void, inverting traditional parental roles and showing how broken their surrogate family truly is. If Misato's relationship with food is defined by excess, Rei Ayanami's is defined by absence. Her refrigerator contains nothing but a half-empty pot of water. Her existence is stripped to its essentials. This makes the ramen scene profoundly significant. When Misato chooses a place with vegetarian options for Rei, we witness a revolutionary moment. Someone is finally considering her needs. While Rei barely eats and Misato lives on beer, Asuka Langley Soryu expresses herself through perfectionism. To accept nourishment from another is to admit dependency, something Asuka cannot afford without shattering her carefully constructed self-image. Shinji Ikari's relationship with food stands apart. Unlike the others, he doesn't use food to self-destruct, deny himself, or prove anything. Instead, cooking becomes his refuge. In the kitchen, he is methodical, focused, at peace. Here, he is not hesitant or afraid, unlike piloting Unit 1, where he is paralyzed by fear. Cooking gives him purpose and control. His meals are quiet expressions of care. Every neatly arranged plate speaks the words he cannot. Apology, gratitude, connection. Not all food relationships in Evangelion are broken. Class representative Hikari Oraki offers a rare example of healthy emotional expression through food. Her bento for Toji are straightforward, traditional, affectionate, evolving as her feelings grow. They don't demand validation, they simply are. A quiet, honest offering of care. Through beer cans and empty fridges, perfect meals and loving bento, Evangelion tells a story about human connections that dialogue never could. We all are hungry, not just for food, but for understanding, for love, for a place to belong.